Welcome to the Random Ass Podcast. I'm your random asshole, Christopher Steele.
The other random asshole, Dustin Rhodes. Welcome to the show.
Hidden Gems.
Hidden Gems. Ah, damn. Let's see.
You didn't have time to think about this.
Not really, no.
This is pre-recorded.
Phantasm. Just the entire series of Phantasm. That is a totally overlooked fucking horror franchise. Very few people talk about it like it should be talked about.
Right.
It is very well done, all the way up until that last one with that weird ass ending. It's still a good movie.
Yeah.
Like it's a great franchise all the way around. They didn't never jump the shark like a fucking Freddy Krueger becoming too hokey or Jason becoming whatever the fuck Jason became, going to space and shit.
Actually, I didn't mind that one.
I didn't mind it either, but that's still just a dumbass premise. To like jump that far ahead and then like revert back not that much later and like, oh, come on, guys.
They should have continued on the new planet.
Yeah, they should have.
I actually enjoyed. Well,
see, I hope they make it up to Jason 20 and then make Jason XX and pick it up, do a future like where it picks up on the planet. I wouldn't mind that. But apparently nothing's going to happen for a little while because a little-known law from the 1970s is getting a lot of these horror franchises. The writers are getting their franchises back. Like, Nightmare on Elm Street now belongs to the Wes Craven estate. Robert Cunningham is in court right now trying to say that all the Friday the 13th stuff belongs to him because he wrote the first script. And I'm like, you wrote the first script. You don't get hockey mask Jason. You don't get grown-ass Jason at all.
Right.
So, like, no, you get Mrs. Voorhees. Good luck. you get Mrs. Voorhees and Kevin Bacon. Have fun. You get Kid Jason, and you can have Kid Jason grow up to be a goalie. What's yours?
A movie I just watched for the first time, and it's a 20-year-old movie. Superstar!
With fucking Molly Shannon?
Yes.
Okay. That is a criminally underrated comedy.
I was like, wow, this is so fucking weird and hilarious.
It's one of those SNL movies that are criminally underrated.
Yes.
It is. It deserves better than what it got. Oh.
Yeah, it's just bizarre.
So weird. So weird. You know who should have gotten a movie from Saturday Night Live and didn't? The cheerleaders. The Chariotary and Wolfaro cheerleaders. Good God, dude. That would have been hilarious. Especially in like the Bring It On era when they were doing all these cheerleader fucking competition movies. Bring It On. Yeah, fucking good. Let's do a comedy Bring It On. Fucking dance cheer movie. Let's just do a movie called Cheer Movie.
Either that or was it Molly Shannon and Will Ferrell that were the cheerleaders as well?
Yeah. It's Rob Lowe and who were the other ones? There was another fucking set of them.
There was other people that came in,
right?
But it was like Molly Shannon and Will Ferrell, wasn't it?
Yeah, the original two, yeah. Molly Shannon and Will Ferrell.
The two that
not Molly Shannon. It's Chariotary. Chariotary and Will Ferrell were the cheerleaders. And it would be awesome. It would have been awesome as fuck had they merged the two together, Superstar and the cheerleaders, and they were cheerleaders at that school. Like that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, it was definitely an overlooked or underappreciated movie. Yeah, I just like, wow. It took me 20 years to watch this movie. I've seen it at the movie store. I'll pass on it this time.
Right.
No, not now.
Yeah. I've done that way too many times with movies where I kick myself in the ass later. I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't I watch this then? I'm a dumbass! Like all Stanley Kubrick shit. Like I was steered away from like Full Metal Jacket and shit. I was like, you wouldn't like that movie. I fucking watch that movie. Like, don't you never get to tell me what I will and won't like ever again. I love that fucking movie. Just knowing that Vincent D'Onofrio is fucking Gomer, dude. Like, to go from the dude who shoots fucking Arlie Ermy in fucking boot camp to Kingpin, while being Edgar from fucking Men in Black and The In-Between, like, D'Onofrio does not get nearly the credit that you know what? That's gonna be my hidden gem. Vincent fucking D'Onofrio. There's my hidden gem. There's just a bonus hidden gem.
Kingpin he was amazing.
Yes, dude. He better stay Kingpin. He better be in the third fucking Spider-Man movie as Kingpin. God damn it.
Well, he went to prison.
That doesn't matter. He can fucking work out from inside the prison walls. He's done it before.
And he's not allowed.
Outside contact?
He's not allowed to operate. Or.
Dude, he's a criminal. When is the law ever stopped him before?
It's not. It's Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
Because of his wife. Daredevil made a deal with him. And basically.
Kingpin made a deal with the devil.
Yeah, technically.
Oh shit.
I think those main four, five, Punisher is one.
Yeah.
Punisher, Luke Cage, Iron Fist,
Daredevil,
and Daredevil.
Kingpin.
They should stay the same.
Yeah. The Daredevil's untouchable. Same with Punisher.
Right.
Fucking dude, he's too good as Punisher. He's
right.
He looks like the comic book.
And
that's not even a slight on Thomas Jane or the other dude that played Punisher in Warzone. They did great jobs with what they had, with what they were working with. But you're dealing with full on MCU. You can have access to other fucking characters. Go for it. I think actually Punisher should show up in this new Spider-Man movie. Like they should do that comic of Punisher trying to kill Spider-Man because he thinks he's a vigilante criminal. You know, it's right there. Have Jameson be the one to hire Punisher, no less. Because Jameson thinks he's right. It's what makes every good bad guy a good bad guy. When they believe that they're right, they're the best bad guys. Magneto, Doctor Doom, J. Jonah Jameson, fucking Joker. Like, the best bad guys are the ones that feel that they've got righteousness on their side, even if they don't. Where Magneto totally fucking does. Like, Magneto his point is sound. No matter what happens, humans will not let us live in peace. And apparently in the new run, Xavier and him, like Xavier's back, and those two are running an anti-human campaign. And it's just like, this is fucking crazy, dude. That'd be like fucking Malcolm X getting joined by Martin Luther King and they're fucking saying by any means necessary Black Panther shit. Like, I never expected that from Xavier, but after
dying?
Yeah, after 50 years and 5 deaths at the hands of fucking humanity and their stupid bullshit. Actually, all the deaths have been mutant-oriented for some reason. Cyclops, Legion, fucking... all of them have been wrapped around mutants, and yet now he's all pissed off at humans? Come on, now! I think it's a Phoenix Force manipulating the vessel of what Xavier was.
It could be.
Because the Phoenix Force is what shot him. Phoenix Force Cyclops is what shot him, and then it left shortly thereafter. It was forced out of him shortly thereafter. What's to say it didn't transmit a piece of itself in that optic blast into Xavier as he was dying? It would make sense. I mean, if it is so tuned to psychic and telepathic users that it spotted Jean Grey a universe away, like it's not going to jump into the most powerful fucking mutant on the planet.
So, when are we getting the Shi'ar
Empire?
Empire.
Well, the reason they didn't use it in the Dark Phoenix
is because Marvel had it.
Because Marvel owns it. Marvel doesn't want to use it until they have the X-Men because they want to be able to tell Cyclops' story properly and fucking they want to tell that whole saga properly from beginning to end. And they're talking. It's looking like Marvel doesn't want to do much changes as far as casting goes. They've offered Hugh Jackman fucking 5 times the amount he was making.
I heard they offered.
They want Jackman back to be Wolverine. I'm like, I don't mind that, but it's not gonna work. You need someone younger. You need someone like a fucking Zac Efron that is in his 20s and
has another 20 years.
Yeah, to be in the role, and it can stay effortlessly ripped like fucking Wolverine.
Because technically, Hugh Jackman, this year would be 20 years for Hugh Jackman.
Yep.
I know it hasn't
done anything as Wolverine. Logan was his last piece.
Okay.
They didn't have him in Dark Phoenix, which was a damn shame. Because, like, how are you supposed to kill fucking Jean without Wolverine? It is kind of stupid. But, there again, I haven't watched it. I should.
But, I think it was kind of like the comic book where she sacrificed herself.
Right. See, for me, Wolverine can only be played by maybe 2 other people other than Hugh Jackman right now. One being Zac Efron, the other one being Daniel Radcliffe. I found a fucking picture that someone made up of Daniel Radcliffe with a cigar in his mouth and the blades next to his face, and it's just like, he would make the perfect fucking Wolverine, because he's small, and, like him, Ryan Reynolds next to Daniel Radcliffe would be the perfect Wolverine Deadpool side by side. There's a huge gap. Daniel Radcliffe with fucking Tyler Mane as Sabretooth. There's that huge fucking gap. Like, it would be the comic book look of Wolverine right here.
I've seen where a lot of people didn't have a problem with his size. It's more, he wasn't that good of an actor.
Who, Hugh?
No.
Or Tyler Mane?
Tyler Mane.
Well, what are you supposed to do when they fucking tell you? Yeah, Sabretooth is pretty much silent in this movie. He just growls. That's all you have to do is growls. Whatever, goddamn fucking shit. Of course you can't fight. How are you supposed to fucking even try and act if all you're doing is like... It's kind of a bullshit role. And then they give the fucking speaking role to fucking, Liev Schreiber?
Alright.
It's like, god damn it, he's not even close to the size of fucking Sabretooth.
No.
Fucking go get big cast.
Like, they're about the same size, aren't they?
Big cast and Tyler Mane?
No.
Or Hugh Jackman and fucking...
Yeah. It's like me looking at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell? I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Shit. I'm trying to think of who else should be cast if they should do any recastings. I think they should...
Rogue.
Yeah, definitely need to recast Rogue. Lizzie Hale. We've discussed this upon...
You actually like that choice, huh?
I really do. I really, really do.
I think she can pull it off.
There's only one other character I could see her playing other than Rogue, and that would be Polaris. Give her some green hair. She's got the right facial structure.
I'd almost say Psylocke, but...
Psylocke would be a good one. For the British version of Psylocke. Because Olivia Munn was an amazing Asian version of Psylocke. In Apocalypse, like, she was really fucking good. Like, I geeked out.
I actually was surprised by that. They kept her costume
as low cut as it was. Like, as tight, yeah.
As comic book
without
accurate.
the trench coat and shit, like, to cover her up.
Like, what?
I think Big Cass should be the next Sabretooth, though. I mean, fucking look at him. This was from a month ago. He is in amazing shape, and he's got the look. Like, he's already got the blonde hair. He's fucking almost 7 foot. Like, he's about 7 foot tall. Put him in fucking Daniel Radcliffe. Dude, that fucking eye line, you'd have to take that at a wide angle, dude. A seriously wide angle. Because he would come up to about there. On Cass. And that's what it needs to fucking be. You need to have him at, like, chest height for it to be a convincing Wolverine Sabretooth face-off.
Yeah.
Cyclops.
Wolverine has to stand on something to...
Yeah. He's got to, like, jump to get some face shots in. I think Cyclops... Ty Sheridan is actually a really good choice for young Cyclops. They're going to have to redo Havoc, though. They need someone younger than him.
Right.
I don't like how they did the new setup with...
Again, I didn't get nothing.
Son of a bitch. Have you? Oh God, what's that guy's name? AEW wrestler. Big Ace, I think is what he's called. But this dude should be the Blob. Like, no bullshit. Ace Romero. I think he would be an amazing rendition of the Blob. They wouldn't have to do anything to him.
You know what? I actually... They kind of had the Blob right in
Wolverine Origins?
In Origins.
Yeah.
It's one of the few characters...
That they nailed right out of the fucking gate. I honestly, I like that. I like Taylor Kittich as Gambit, too. Like, if he would have been able to play Gambit the way he wanted to... That is what that entire movie is. I'll be dead serious. Wolverine Origin is literally a bunch of people who wanted to play these roles so bad that they got suckered into playing shitty versions of those characters.
Right.
Because he wanted to play Gambit so fucking bad he could taste, and they're like, well, you want to play Gambit? He's like, hell yeah, I want to play Gambit. And then they fucking get him in the role, and he's just like, when he's done, he's like, yeah, I got to play Gambit, but it wasn't the Gambit that I wanted to play. And Ryan Reynolds fucking had been working on a Deadpool fucking movie for 5 years up at that point, like seriously trying to get fucking putting the work in to get it made. And then the fucking role comes up, and he's like, I'm not letting anybody else fucking get this role. It's not happening. I don't give a fuck how bad it is.
Right. Like, eventually I will get my
Deadpool that will be done fucking right. And he did. And at the end of 2 was able to fucking make everything right again.
But fucked everything up.
Yep. But not really. See, because I in Wolverine Origins, he's decapitated, correct? Actually, and the head comes back to life. Like, the head fucking wings.
I'm sure it's not him. It's a clone version.
No. There's two Deadpools now. There's the Deadpool that's got the body grew a head back, and there's still one of those floating around with fucking blades coming out of his arms. And the head that winked is the Deadpool that you can't shut the fuck up. When it grew the body back, it fucking opened its mouth back up, and fucking... That became the Deadpool we know, hence the wink. And I would actually love to see Deadpool versus Deadpool. Like, Deadpool in full costume against the Deadpool with the weird bullshit that they did on fucking Origins. Fucking the blades come out, and he's like, oh, so, yours are built in, huh? Yeah, I still got mine the old school way. Schwink, schwink, and it, like, cuts his fucking arms off. No, there you go. He pulls off, both blades come out, right, of the fucking... The Deadpool, because that's what they called him, right? He wasn't Deadpool in that, he was the Deadpool. Project
sure.
Act, or Weapon 11, or something, whatever the fuck they wanted to call him. But the blades come out, right? And then you have, which, that didn't make any goddamn sense to me, because how can he bend his elbows with blades this fucking long that come out of his fucking arms? Like, yeah, no. Like, those should be back here. Like, he should have the tops of them sticking out the back of his fucking shoulders. Didn't make no goddamn sense. But no, the blades come out, right? And then our Deadpool, the cool current Deadpool, cuts the arms off of the fucking shitty Deadpool, right? And now he uses his arms that have the blades out to finish killing shitty Deadpool. Well, I know what they were trying to do with that version of Deadpool. They were trying to jump way the fuck ahead to when Deadpool could teleport and like was a silent killer. Like, there was that small time frame in the early 2000s when he had a teleportation device and didn't say shit. He just talked to himself. Like, it was conversations between his thoughts and the fucking yellow text that's telling. That's the only goddamn thing that I really wanted out of a Deadpool segment or a Deadpool movie, was for like something to cut in and there be like the yellow bar, the fucking like describing the scene like any other comic book, and he's just like, really? Like, looks up at the fucking description and is like, reads it out loud and is just like, we're in a movie, these aren't necessary. What the hell? Who's directing this? Ang Lee? You know, just give me one of those. Or, like, cut back and forth, mid-action sequence, and all of a sudden a life bar pops up above his head. And he's just like, oh! And fucking grabs the life bar and beats him to death with the life bar, like fucking Marvel vs. Capcom and shit.
Actually, it was done also in the game I used to play on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Avengers Alliance.
He
fucking pull the fucking bar down and beat their ass. Actually, what would be even better is he pulls down the black bar Like the fucking, they got the widescreen and you got the two black sections of bar above and below. He fucking reaches up and pulls it off, and it reveals more screen. Like he literally pulls off the top bar and like beats down somebody. That's the only part of their fourth wall breaking that it hasn't been utilized yet. I'm still waiting for the Robin Hood moment where he like loses the fight and he's like, "Wait a minute, no, give me the script," and like goes and grabs the script and is like, "Come on." I'm the star of this fucking show. Like, just give me anything like that. Just something that seriously breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Like, talking to the audience is cute and all, but I just want him to, like, reach up and grab the fucking upper bar or, like, a health bar pop up and he's like, oh. Or he falls in love with his fucking, the fucking narration bar.
Actually, Deadpool did fuck up the timeline, though.
Yeah.
So, none of it makes any sense now.
No, dude, the timeline doesn't make fucking sense anyway.
Because
Wolverine Origins destroyed the timeline well before Deadpool did.
But when he time travels, he annihilates.
Oh yeah, he fucking just obliterates the time.
Because
saves his girlfriend.
Saves her.
Fucking kills himself. Twice. Fuck.
He kills himself and the actor that plays
him, right? Yeah, dude.
Because he was gonna work on Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, yeah.
How the hell did they get away with that?
Because they don't show Green Lantern. They're like, in the beginning, you know how they have him in the green costume in the fucking wallet and it looks like Green Lantern? Not actually a Green Lantern costume. It's just him in a green costume.
But they say have Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
Correct.
Well, dude, they make reference to the DC universe. Man, you're pretty dark, don't you? Don't you think you should belong in the DC universe?
But there was Marvel references in DC stuff like.
Yeah, they're allowed to make cross references and jokes and shit.
In the Arrowverse, there's tons of Marvel references.
Oh yeah, and they treat it like a comic book though, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Or they treat it like it's happening concurrently to their universe.
I'd have to look it up.
I would think they would treat it more like a comic book.
All right, so want to do picks?
Yeah, hell yeah. Shit. What do you want to do?
How about stuff that we'd want to add to the Marvel
MCU, or just
to Marvel
overall? Oh man.
I'll start. That way you get an idea. I would add, and this is very plausible because of the parent company, gargoyles.
Yes. Fuck yes.
Put gargoyles.
Dude, give me a Daredevil gargoyle crossover, and I will be the happiest fucking cat, dude. I will be happier than a pig in shit if I get like the fucking.
I would.
Defenders and gargoyles.
I want Spider-Man and gargoyles because
he's always up in the fucking on the buildings. It makes sense.
He talks to that one gargoyle all the time.
Dude, it would be fucking hilarious if it woke up and was fucking like Franklin or some shit.
Because he's always calling him a hawk.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
in the 90s cartoon, anyways.
Right. And see, that's what I would do if I was going to do a crossover between Gargoyles and Spider-Man. I would go back to the fucking classic cartoon styles and fucking bring that shit back.
You could do it as a comic book.
Yeah.
You could do it
as a cartoon. Could do it as a fucking live-action movie, dude.
Live-action movie.
Love that shit. Get fucking Keith David to fucking play Goliath.
Like I said, I gave one first to let you know what I meant.
I had an idea because mine was already picked as soon well before you said gargoyles. Spawn. I want to see fucking Spawn and Venom face off. Honest to God, like they're both Todd McFarlane creations to a certain extent. I want to see that battle. I want to see the chains get wrapped up in the symbiote.
Technically, it'd be more possible than
gargoyles. It's probably about the same.
I was going to say more possible than a lot of DC characters because Todd McFarlane lost a court case and lost Angela.
Right.
So why couldn't he just be like...
He didn't...
He lost a court case. And
it wasn't his character to begin with, that's why he lost. It was Neil Gaiman's character. That's the only reason that they were able to fucking get away with getting it. Or the reason he lost the case was because he didn't own it. Because it was during his
it's stupid.
The Neil Gaiman case or Neil Gaiman run.
Because she was in there for so long, I'm like, it's a Spawn character. Make it. Basically, it's how.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm like, what the hell is this shit?
That was a trash move.
Make it Thor's long lost sister.
I guess it worked. Like Hella works really well, but Angela in that, I don't know. I just don't.
I like Angela because she's a bad guy, but technically a good guy.
Right. Kind of like Loki now.
Well, she's a bad guy because she's hunting Spawn.
Right.
But technically she's a good guy because
she's hunting Spawn.
She works for Heaven.
Right.
Alright, so...
I got my next one already.
My next one's going to be kind of goofy. Sonic.
Oh, nice. Yeah? I could see him being a part of the fucking, the Animal Avengers? Fucking Throg and fucking Sonic teaming up, dude. Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, team up with Spider-Ham?
Spider-Ham? Yeah, there you go. Dude, that would be awesome. I would dig the fuck out of that. Shit, yeah. My second is going to be Snake Plissken. If there's anybody that would fit into a fucking, like...
what the hell happened in Cleveland?
I don't know. I've heard that that's the next Escape they're working on, honestly, is that fucking John Carpenter's writing an Escape from Cleveland. I'm like, what?
What the hell is that? Why are you thinking that now?
Why not?
Isn't
Escape from Chicago would be a little bit more relevant and more in line with New York and L.A. Than Chicago. Like, when you think of the Midwest cities, you don't think of Cleveland. You think of Chicago.
I actually understand Cleveland.
Yeah, I understand why you'd want to shoot in Cleveland and set it in Cleveland because it's cheap as fuck.
Not just that, but Cleveland does seem like it'd be easy to make into a prison state.
Oh yeah, oh definitely, fucking definitely. Well, same with Chicago. Like you just wall off that whole fucking the South and West and fucking leave them with nothing but water, shitty fucking Great Lakes water to swim through. Yay. Enjoy your bacterial infection, fuckwads.
I don't know. It's gonna do a lot of fucking CGI to age reversing on Kurt Russell.
No, see, that's not where I thought you were going. I thought you were going to have to do a lot of CGI to age reverse Cleveland to make it look kind of desolate instead of an absolute fucking...
No, I was thinking Kurt Russell, right? Because that's supposed to take place in between New York and Los Angeles.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. They did a good job with fucking the dude in Tron Legacy, making him look young. They did a convincing job of that.
All right.
Thing is, and hell, they did a good job of it in Guardians, of making him look young. If they'd had the beard to work with, it would have been a lot easier.
All right, so my final. I have a hard time with this one. I made the category.
Right. I've got my last one.
I'll let you go with your last one.
Ash fucking Williams, good sir. If I'm going to add anybody to the Marvel Universe, I want to add fucking Ash Williams, Necronomicon, and Chainsaw, whole fucking thing, all in one.
Would you add the other characters from...
Yes, Ash vs. Evil Dead, fuck yes. You're getting Pablo and shit, what's her name? That sassy ass bitch from Ohio.
It's on my Ash figure. Kelly,
yes.
And
yes, I would.
And Ruby.
I was gonna say, and I'd add Ruby too.
You gotta have Ruby.
Fuck yeah. See, you know what?
And there's my final. Xena.
There you go. Now, see, what I was just going to say something about Ash vs. Evil Dead. I wish it would have ran for one more season, and they would have fucking done some jumping through the other Sam Raimi properties. Like, they could time travel and end up back in Hercules and Xena times. Just, I mean, even if for, like, a fucking snap, he sees himself and fucking her, and he's just like, are they related to us? You know, because, like, he sees...
I actually make sure he sees Joster.
Right? Look at that twerp.
Definitely, if you count, because they didn't count for the first season, Army of Darkness.
They kind of like backhanded on that one a couple times in the first season.
But they really weren't counting it because they didn't
have the rights at the time.
Had the rights at the time. They didn't count it until the second season.
Right. They did allude to him going through time though, in that first season. So I mean, it was there, but they didn't really linchpin anything story wise on it. Which I would love to see them linchpin the fuck out of an entire season of Ash going through different time frames.
Right. But with him going, what the other Raimi?
Oh, Teddy,
he played Jasper, right?
Yes.
He also played multiple roles in
the Evil Deads. He was the he was the grandma in the basement in Evil Dead 2 and 1. He was his co-worker in Army of Darkness at the end when he's telling him the story. He's like, yeah, that's great.
He was also another character in there.
Yeah, he was one of the back in
villagers.
time. One of the villagers back in time too. Yeah, he's everywhere, dude. He's even in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, because
and there again, I would have Ash like show up at the fight in the Spider-Man movie, like try to buy a wrestling ticket, and the fucking Bruce Campbell was like, no, show's sold out. Like talking to himself in different degrees of.
Yes, because again, it'd be a Marvel, now Marvel.
Exactly.
And that first set of Spider-Man movies is Sam Raimi.
It would be perfect. It would be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, Ash does work great.
Yes. So yeah, man, those are some damn good picks. You got your final was I forgot what one you said already.
There's two.
Oh, Xena.
Xena, yes.
The Xena shit. Which would you include Hercules in the Xenoverse? Because technically she started as a bad guy in the Xenoverse or in the Hercules.
She started basically as the same character, but not.
Right.
It was a different character, but
same basic design.
She was an Amazonian.
Right.
I want to, but I wouldn't be disappointed if I couldn't.
Right. Exactly.
Because they already have a Hercules.
Right.
In Marvel.
Right. I wouldn't mind actually seeing the two of them face off. That'd be a pretty cool one.
But
no, you do it, but you have it be the evil Hercules that Kevin Sorbo played with the beard.
Technically, the version Kevin Sorbo played is actually one of the best versions of Hercules.
Oh yeah, it's the most accurate to the original. Because
everybody always pictures Hercules as bleh.
No, he's a normal-looking guy. That's why there's the amazing feats. Like if he's Braun fucking Strowman, it's not going to be all that amazing when he takes down a lion and beats its ass.
Right. He was an average-looking guy.
But when you're like barely 6 foot and look like a fucking teacher, and you just
he has muscles, but
he's not Scott Steiner.
Right.
He's not Marvel's Hercules, which is Scott Steiner.
Right.
Like Marvel's Hercules is muscular Bugs Bunny. He flexes and the muscle gets an arm and it flexes and that one gets and it flexes and it just slowly. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo is the most accurate of any Hercules. Even the Rock's version of Hercules was fucking lacking.
Rock's version of Hercules sucked.
It was fucking god awful. It was. He's not good at that kind of shit. Let him keep being Hobbs.
It's that, and he was great in the
Jumanji.
Jumanji, yeah. That was...
He's hilarious. He was good in fucking, was it Skyscraper? Was it the name of it?
I haven't watched that one.
San Andreas was another good one. I wasn't even interested in it, and my girlfriend was like, well, you got to really watch this. He's really good in it. I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. He was really good in it.
Central Intelligence.
Yeah, the man needs to do more action comedies, is what
Right.
it is. Like, that's where he stands
Yeah.
fucking out.
Because...
Lethal Weapon, dude. If they fucking do a Lethal Weapon with him in the Danny Glover role and Dax Shepard as the fucking Mel Gibson role, you will not have one side in the fucking house that isn't split and fucking spilling out everywhere because they both have comedic timing to die. Like, just, they fucking punch it in there.
And if you watch wrestling, The Rock
Always had the best timing.
had... Yes, he was golden on the mic.
Yes.
He knew where to crack jokes.
He knew when to let it breathe.
Right.
The Rock...
And here's a suggestion for anybody that has not seen it. This Is Your Life, Rock.
They've tried several times to remake that with different people, and Mick Foley and Rock's fucking timing are too... No! That is the Lethal Weapon movie right there. The Rock and Mick Foley as the fucking Danny Glover and Mel Gibson fucking roles, dude. That would be the fucking movie to watch, bro. That would be it. You know, there would not be a fucking dry seat in the fucking house, dude. People would be pissing themselves from laughter.
Have you heard there's going to be a Beverly Hills Cop 4?
Yes, it's Eddie Murphy's next project, actually. He's been working on that script for a while now.
Right after Coming to America 2.
What? No, see, I had just seen an interview with him where he said the next thing out the gate for him is going to be Beverly Hills Cop 4. He's still looking for funding.
He's working on... He's doing Coming to America 2.
Yes.
And then as soon as that's done, he's going to be going into...
Dude.
He's a Weapon 4.
McDowell's. We're going to get the return of McDowell's, man.
Don't know if anybody else is going to return.
Oh, dude, I guarantee you Arsenio Hall is going to jump on that fucking shit. What the hell does he do anymore?
What's that one? The one scrawny little white guy.
DJ Qualls?
In Beverly Hills Cop. I've seen him in other stuff. I'm pretty sure he's a main character. Let me go. Anyways, like, share, subscribe.
Comment.
Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your frenemies.
Until next time, keep it random.
And
Peace.
among worlds.